And number 19, Taylor Roberts. Now leading off, number 10, third baseman, Andrea Hayes. Left fielder, number 2, Taylor Fielder. First baseman, number 16, Valerie Clifton. Center fielder, number 9, Brittany Crawford. Left fielder, number 3, Shay Smith. Shortstop, number 8, Stacey Brown. Catcher, number 6, Danny Adams. Second baseman, number 7, Gabby Rotterman. Designated player, number 5, Caitlin Bates. And pitcher for tonight, number 18, Kelly Maxwell. Please rise for the national anthem.
So gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that the flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Good afternoon from Clear Springs High School and Lady Charger softball field. Charles McCulley here on the CMC Communications Broadcast Network, cmcbroadcasting.com, along with Gerald Sanchez, as we bring you a very important round 2 in playoff softball action for the state softball postseason in Texas State softball. It's the Clear Springs Lady Chargers, who have a 10-4 district mark, taking on the 14-1 out of district Pearland Lady Oilers. This will be a best-of-3 series. Tonight's game gets underway in just a moment. Game 2 will be over at Lady Oilers softball field tomorrow at 5:30 p.m. Should Game 3 be necessary, will follow immediately thereafter. Charles McCulley, proud to have you all on board with us, friends, as the Clear Springs Lady Chargers under Coach Jennifer McKnight bring an outstanding battery of both infielders, outfielders, and hitters to go with what is a really competitive pitcher, and one of the first true challenges that Alyssa Denham for the Pearland Lady Oilers will face tonight. And that's going to be outstanding southpaw hurler Kelly Maxwell, who's out on the mound right now, getting her final warm-up tosses. Around the way for the Clear Springs Lady Chargers, over at first base, we've got number 16, Corley Compton. Down behind the plate is going to be number 6, Donnie Elder. Over at third, we've got Andrea Hearn, who wears number 10. At shortstop is going to be number 8, and it's going to be Macy Brown. Out at second base at the Keystone will be number 7, and that's going to be Gabby Rotterman. Out in the outfield, in the garden patch at right field is Kaylee Fielder, and she lives up to her name, or Kaylee Felder, wearing number 2. She's a good one out there. In center, we've got number 9 for the Clear Springs Lady Chargers. That's Brittany Crawford. And over in right field, or in left field, I should say, is going to be number 3,
number 9,
Shay Smith. Named a whole stadium after her. Shay Smith, Shay Stadium. So the Pearland Lady Oilers now are the visiting team tonight here at Clear Springs, and we've got Kaylee Buck, slap hitter, left-handed batter, batting up from the port side to face fellow southpaw Kelly Maxwell. First pitch coming in will raise that low and out quarter for strike 1. 0-1 the count. Pearland Lady Oilers blowing out the North Shore Lady Mustangs a long week ago plus a day on Thursday night last week. And 5-inning, 10-run rule. Next pitch comes in low and outside for a ball. Looks like they're still getting things configured between our umpires, who, by the way, are some good ones. They always are with the Texas Association of Sports Officials. Behind the plate, we've got Mr. Torres. Two great infield umps. Foster over at third. Bolton will be the infield ump. Next we'll pitch. We'll rifle in below the border for another ball, so 2 balls and 1 strike to count to Kaylee Buck. Next pitch comes in, can of corn over the left side, foul, strike 2. 2 into the count. Kaylee, one of the best table setters for Pearland, especially as the late season developed and going into the postseason. Slap hitter from the left side, batting up deep in the box. They run up to the top and try to slap that ball. As speedy as they are, generally they're halfway the first by the time the infielders get their hands on the ball. That's the theory behind slap hitting, perfected on the prep level in Texas, of course, to near perfection by Coach Lene Clark. Next pitch downstairs for a ball. So with our first plate appearance in this game, we got a ripe 32 count. Next pitch swung on will be another little foul poke, stay alive, strike 2 and 3 balls. 3-2 the count. As Coach Pam Crawford for the Clear Springs Lady Charger basketball team's coming in to watch the game. And our big crowd continuing to build below. Next pitch is going to be a called strike 3. So Kelly Buck takes one for the team, goes down with a KO.
Third baseman, number 8, Natalie Romeo.
And that'll bring the second port side batter in the lineup, and another great slap hitter as well, Natalie Romeo, who I've watched for 3 years previous, really developed first for the Pearland Lady Oilers as an outstanding courtesy runner. And then she really developed into a fine pinch hitter. Now she's the solid third base lady. Here's the pitch coming in. That'll be a called strike 1. So far, with only about 6 pitches thrown, it's easy to tell that Maxwell's got great control, not overwhelming speed. Next pitch comes in. That's going to be a called strike 2. But she seems a very excellent control pitcher. Like probably she goes about 5'8", 5'9" in height. Alyssa Denham, 6'2" for Pearland. Here's the rocking pitch. Upstairs into the attic will come a ball. 1-2 the count. It's all about control, knowing where to throw the ball. It's not as many strikeouts as you get as how many or when you get them. Maxwell's that kind of pitcher out on the mound for Clear Springs. Full windup. Connected on. There's a can of sweet peas. It could be trouble, but coming in to pick it off and get the second out will be left fielder Shea Smith.
Now at bat, shortstop, number 7, Ashlyn Walls.
So we've got quickly 2 up and 2 down. A strikeout and a pop out on an F7. And that brings Ashlyn Wall, shortstop, to the plate. The third left-handed batter in the lineup for Pearland. Swung on and missed strike 1. That was a nice hook pitch that came in. Off the arm of Kelly Maxwell on the mound. She averages about 10 Ks per game, going with about 13 strikeouts a game for Alyssa Denham, whom she'll face tonight. Next pitch outside for a ball. 1 ball and 1 strike to count. Up 2 away, just underway, top of the first inning of play, no score. Clear Springs getting set to bat up bottom of this inning. First of a best of 3. Here's the 1-1, and that'll come upstairs for ball 2. Kelly Maxwell fought off a full count and got the pitcher's payoff on the first batter of the game. Kaylee Buck struck out. Natalie Romeo popped out to left. Swung on. That'll be a little paste back to the fencing behind home plate. 2 balls and 2 strikes now to Ashlyn Walls, I should say. 2 away. Ashlyn with a .385 batting average. Next pitch comes in upstairs for a ball. And as I'm sure she heard many, many times, as a young lady coming up, good eye, good eye, good batting eye. That one comes up into the attic once again. So another full count, and the stretch. Connected on, check swing. It'll be pasted foul over the left side. Stay alive, strike 2 and 3 balls. Charles McCullough here with you. CMCBroadcasting.com. Tomorrow at 5:30 p.m. we bring you Game 2 over at Pearland. And by the way, they're going to have crawfish and barbecue and everything else going on out there. And that proceeds will still help Ralph Parrish. Full windup, stretch and pitch connected on. Again, a drizzler outside the batting circle. Another stay alive, strike 2, full count. Ralph, the longtime voice of the Pearland Lady Oilers, in the press box for the fans in the stands, recovering still, but getting better each day. Thank the Lord. Full windup, upstairs, ball four. The Pearland notches its first base runner this game, and Ashlyn Walls gets a free Friday evening pass to first base.
Now at bat, first baseman number 10, Sydney Gutierrez.
And now we bring home run Sydney to the plate, who's crushed about 7 dingers this year for Pearland. She's earned her commission in the cleanup spot. He's got Ashlyn on board over at first. Full windup, stretch and pitch. That'll be up into the attic for a ball. Close, but not quite that time. Pearland Lady Oilers are dressed in kind of their rainbow maroon, modeled after the Astros jersey, although different shades of maroon around the waistline. Maroon, white, and trim all the way the rest of the way. And the Clear Springs Lady Chargers with the next pitch coming in. Waist pitch outside, catcher up with it, but back at first, Ashlyn Walls. Doing a great job behind the plate for Clear Springs tonight is Donnie Elder. Here's the full windup. Connected on. There's a long fly ball to left field. It could be trouble. It's going to land and hit the wall. Coach Clark is going to roll in Walls. That's going to be run number 1 into the pay station for the Pearland Lady Oilers. And home run Sydney almost went yard.
Now at bat, center fielder number 5, Lindsay.
And she clocks a double into left field. It almost left the building. 1 comes in, and the Lady O's are doing the 2-out tango. And that's going to bring center fielder and 4.5 40-yard dash speedster Lindsay Stewart to the plate. Full windup, stretch and pitch. It's into the infield, a butt. They're going to go to first with it. She's safe. That's what you get with that speed. Speed to burn. Speed to light up an early Memorial Holiday gas grill. Daryl Sanchez will be making us some burgers out there at the old CMC reunion. Hope we can at least stream. Over to first. Lindsay beats out an infield bingle. Lindsay Stewart once clocked at the rig with 4.5 40-yard dash speed. That's absolutely incredible. They used to call female singers in country music girl singers. Well, that's pretty good for a girl player.
Now at bat,
Beats out
player
a
number
beat it out.
22, Kaylee Hawkins.
All right. So as it happens, we have Kaylee Hopkins stepping up to the plate, and she's no weak sister at the plate. She's got 5 home runs this year. 1-0 Pearland. Runners at the corners. First pitch comes in, and Lindsay, they're going to let her go ahead and take the Keystone. No use gunning a big ball down to second when you might have a third base runner coming on in for a run number 2 if there's an error. Full windup. Down low, Maxwell's got the speed to burn there. You can hear it pop into her catcher's glove. But it'll be ball 1. 1 ball and 1 strike. Next pitch is swung and crushed over the left side foul. Make that the right side. Well, that'll get you up in the morning. It lands in your dugout. Kaylee Hoppins for the Pearland Lady Oilers. She's really come along this season. First right-handed batter for the Oilers. 5 straight lefties. Swung on and missed is going to be strike 3. So Kelly Maxwell settles down, collects 2 strikeouts, but they bookend a little bit of damage done. We've got 2 young ladies left on board. However, 1 run on 2 hits. And the Pearland Lady Oilers, no errors attending any of the infield or outfield action for Clear Springs. We've gone through 1 complete inning of play. And the Lady Oilers take an early 1-0 lead over the Clear Springs Lady Chargers. We thank our sponsors who make our broadcast happen. And they include Randy's Marine over in Baycliff and San Leon. Randy is a good man, Randy Hudson. We've got those special boats that you need to come out and take a look at it. Randy's Marine, we're the only folks that carry Barracuda brand boats in the Houston area, southeast Texas. It's Randy's Marine. Come on down. We've got them right here. Adrian Bell running for Pearland City Council, position 6. Get out there and ring the bell for Adrian Bell tomorrow. Last day of voting, Election Day, May 7th, Pearland City Council. Pay political ad Adrian Bell campaign. Muscle Cars of Albin and my friend and Vinny says come on down. 713-777-1957. There's a reason we have those last 4 digits in our year, because it is the year of most of the makes and models of cars we have out here. Mint condition, 1957 muscle cars, old Mustangs from 64. We have it all. Muscle Cars of Alvin, right near the intersection of 35 and 517. The Vibration Guys at thevibrationguys.com. Jack Stout offers stout support for the Pearland Lady Oilers. Phone 877-373-9912. And we come out and offer support through our petrochemical or industrial firm, too, and make sure the pipes and tubes are not shaking, rattling, and rolling. 877-373-9912. The Vibration Guys. Okay. Clear Springs brings their powerful offense now to the plate for their first team plate appearance. Bottom of the first inning of play. The Lady Oilers have a 1-0 lead. Out on the mound is the Buzzsaw, averaging 13 strikeouts a game, 6 feet 2 inches tall. And that's Alyssa Denham. And she is forced to reckon with. First pitch coming in will be up into the attic for a ball. She's facing Andrea Hearn, the third base girl, wearing number 10. Clear Springs dressed in all white uniforms, sleeveless vests, shoulder down the knee, and that dark Clear Springs Charger blue stockings and undershirts. Here's the pitch. That'll be a called strike 1. 1-1. The count on deck is Kayla Felder, the right fielder, wearing number 2. And number 16 in the 3 spot will be first base lady Corley Compton. Andrea's a right-handed batter. Full windup, connected on, it comes right back to the press box. And that will be strike 2. 1 ball and 2 strikes. For Coach Knight's 10-4 Clear Springs Lady Chargers. That's a tough district they came out of. Man, I'm telling you, the Clear Creek girls, the Clear Falls girls, the Clear Lake girls, they're all good. Clear Brook, here's the pitch. Swung on. That's missed for strike 3, and Alyssa matches the efforts of Kelly Maxwell in her first Pearland Lady Oiler face. And that's a strikeout. Again, Alyssa averages 13 a game. Got 12 more to go for a baker's dozen. Kayla Felder stepping up now. The right fielder wearing number 2. And she's batting up from the left side. Little slap hitter. She probably hits 3 times her body weight, though. Get a hold of one of those whistling fastballs coming in off the mound. A rise pitches from Alyssa. Outside will come the first offering. It will be ball 1. 1-0 the count. What a beautiful facility out here. It's a little bit down in a depressed area right off of the back of the high school. It's a very beautiful softball field ringed by slash pine trees and oaks right around the outfield perimeter. Big stretch. That'll be a called strike one. 1 ball and 1 strike to count. Clear Springs men's baseball team also in the playoffs, as are the Pearland Oiler baseball team. Little Kayla Felder stepping back into the box with a 1 ball, 1 strike count, 1 away. It's 1-0 Pearland. Denham deals from the deck. That'll be upstairs for ball 2. Tomorrow back over at Pearland Lady Oiler softball field. My thanks to Coach Knight for the Clear Springs Lady Chargers, and needless to add, Nathan in the box. Everywhere I go, I see Nathan, the hardest working man in show business. Next pitch going outside for a ball. It involves the Creek ISD, and it's an important game. He's out there, especially for Clear Springs. And he looks like he stepped right out of a 1999 time machine. All right, here's the 3-1. Connected on Big Bell Chopper, taken at short, and no play. Ashenwall's widely just held on to it. We have a big Baltimore chop going out to second.
Number 16, Carly Cupcake.
And Kayla reaches with a big bouncing Betty. And the first base hit of the game for the Clear Springs Lady Chargers. Now we've got Corley Compton stepping up. This is a powerfully built young lady. Batting up in a 3 hole, so she's in the wood hole spot, 3, 4, 5 slots, and those are going to be your best power sluggers. And Corley looks like she's built just for that. So Alyssa knows how to avoid the wheelhouse of a young lady like this and throw some of that polished junk she's got, but she can burn the heat. Here's the pitch. That'll be upstairs for a ball. 1-0 is the count. Pearland Lady Oilers out of District 23-6A have a 13-1 district mark. Full windup stretch and pitch. Pivot bunt stance popped into the infield. Scooped up third. Throw to first is in time. That'll be the second out, but the sacrifice bunt works to perfection.
Now back to the field, number 9, Brittany Cupcake.
To position Kayla Felder out at second for an earned runner in scoring position. The number 9 at the plate now, Brittany Crawford. And she's a right-handed batter as well. So we got a runner in scoring position, the tying run out at second. We're in the bottom of the first inning of play. Full windup stretch and pitch. Oh, Alyssa pulls the string, offers a nice change of pace in. And it's a called strike one. The corners are clear here at Clear Springs Chargers ball field. And the big windmill windup into the attic will come a ball. Don't test the arm of Eileen Garcia now. Catcher behind the plate. She's got a gun. Out to 2-4, 2-6. She can nail him. And Alyssa Denham back up on the pitching mound. Here's the stretch and pitch. Swung on and missed strike 2. 1-2 the count to clean up slugger Brittany Crawford. If she can arrive at the plate, Shay Smith, the left fielder, is on deck. It's 1-0 Pearland. We're in the bottom of the first inning of play. Series will resume in the best of 3 series game 2 tomorrow, 5:30 at Pearland. Here's the Rock. Connected on, pasted back foul, and that will be a stay alive strike, 2-1 ball. 1 ball and 2 strikes again. The home plate umpiring being handled most ably by Mr. Torres. We've got Ms. Bolton out in the second base infield. Third base is Mr. Foster. Caught all 3 umpires coming in and FBT. I memorized their last names only. Big windup. Swinging, and again, just getting a nick of that ball and pacing it back to the backstop. Again, a stay alive strike 2, 1 ball, 2 away. It is 1-0 Pearland as Sidney Gutierrez drove in Ashlyn Walls with an RBI. Huge double into the left field power alley. Here's the 1-2. Swung on and missed upstairs. There's going to be strike 3. And that's going to retire the Clear Springs Lady Chargers. So Alyssa Denham strikes out Hearn. Feller collects a single and is sacked over to second with a nice bunt by Corley Compton, but that was 2 away then. And then Brittany Crawford strikes out. So we have 1 young lady left on board, 1 hit, no runs, no errors for Pearland. We move now to the top of the second inning of play, and the Lady Oilers lead game 1 of this best-of-3 series by the score.
The top of the second inning is brought to you by Jimmy Chongas and League City Yard Meetings. Thank you for sponsoring Clear Springs softball all season long.
So I want to thank our sponsors who include Strickland Chevrolet in Pearland. Phone 281-997-5100. My friend Todd Harvey. Strickland Chevrolet donates $5,000 in football season both to Dawson and to Pearland High Schools. That's pretty good stuff. Strickland Chevrolet. Hometown banks of Galveston and Texas City and League City. And we have a new location opening soon in Pearland, and we've got one in Friendswood and one in Manville on 35 right near Highway 6. Or your hometown banks, indeed, we treat you just like family. Hometown banks. Equal housing lender member, Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation. It's Advantage BMW Clear Lake, where your advantage is dealing with the BMW dealership that in 2013 was selected by international headquarters for BMW Munich, Germany as the #1 BMW dealership in North America. That's pretty good stuff. Right over there at 400 Gulf Freeway in League City. Advantage BMW Clear Lake.
Catcher number 6, Aileen Garcia.
Okay, the Lady O's lead off the top of the second inning of play with Aileen Garcia, the catcher. And Aileen, she's been one of those go-for bomb hitters too. She's got 6 home runs on the year for Pearland. First pitch comes in low and outside for a ball. Got a real powerful swing. Open batting stance. Here's the full windup. Swung on and missed upstairs. Went fishing for a high heater. That'll be strike 1. 1 ball and 1 strike. Aileen Garcia at the plate. Lady Oilers have 1 run on 2 hits. Pasted back almost a check swing, but she went ahead and turned around on it. 1-2 is the count. Kelly Maxwell begins her second inning of work. She collected 2 strikeouts in the top of the first inning of play, as did Alyssa Denham for Pearland. Oh, that's a high heater. Woo. Kelly Maxwell brought the gas that time and strikes out Aileen Garcia.
Now at bat, pitcher number 18, Alyssa Denham.
And now we bring to the plate a young lady who knows what a good pitch looks like, but she's also a pretty good country hitter. 6 feet 2 inches tall, Alyssa Denham. Got a powerful batting stance. Here's the pitch. That's going to be strike 1. She's got a tall strike zone.
Nice pitch, Kelly.
Kelly Maxwell gives up about 5 inches in height, but she's got a real powerful Coleman stove delivery. Hot as a Coleman stove out there. Heats up through the game, just like Alyssa Denham. 1-1 is the count. Alyssa bats right, throws right. Kelly Maxwell on the mound for Clear Springs, not in the batting lineup. Here's the stretch. Upstairs for a ball. 2 balls and 1 strike. We have 1 away. Top of the second inning of play. Lady Oilers lead 1-0. And here's the full wind-up, connected on. That'll be drilled over the right side foul. And I'll tell you, one of those softballs lands on your windshield. Yes, it's softball, but they ain't nothing soft about them. They're harder than hardball. And they'll do some damage because they're bigger. Here's the pitch. Connected on. That could be trouble. It might drop. It will. It's a base knock. A little dying quail right over first base into short right. And Alyssa Denham gets on board with a little bingle.
Now at bat, right fielder number 4, Madison Clements.
And we bring the pride of Clements to the plate. That's his daughter, Maddie. Madison Clements.
Courtesy running at first base, number 13, Lauren Shepard.
Madison Clements, the right fielder, stepping up to the plate, batting from the right side. This is one year where Lene has more left-handed batters than I've seen in a long time. Batting up for the Lady O's. Over at first, Lauren Shepard, the little junior. She's been a Jim Dandy courtesy runner all year for Pearland. Running for Alyssa Denham, who dropped the Texas Leaguer right into short right, just in the grass out in the outfield. Running down to second, she's safe. She slid outside the bag. Missed the swipe tag. That was a great throw. Offered down by catcher Danny Elder, and the shortstop was right there in time. It had everything going for it. It's just that Miss Shepard had the right slide, the full wind up and pitch upstairs for a ball. 2 balls and 1 strike to count now to Madison Clements. So the Lady Oilers have their second youngster in scoring position. Actually, they've had 3 total because 1 has scored. It's 1-0. Here's the 2-1 pitch, connected on, foul back, and that will be strike 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Madison Clements for the Pearland Lady Oilers, wearing number 4. And she represents the 9th hole batter, so this is the conclusion of the first team batter round for Pearland. Full wind up. Check swing, heading down to third, and she's safe. Wow. That doesn't happen too often, so you got to give the little lady credit. Lauren Shepard swiped the keystone and stole a hot corner. And I mean, it was close each time. Close each time. That was a strike 'em out, not quite throw 'em out. I got 2 away. Kaylee Buck's a strikeout victim. Struck out in her first plate appearance. Here's the pitch. Waste pitch heading down to try to get Shepard at third. And a nice throw indeed by Danny Elder. Donnie Elder. Next offering. We'll even it up at 1 ball and 1 strike. Elder looking to serve up run number 2 at the hot plate from the hot corner for Pearland if she can get in. Pitch going upstairs for a ball. At 2 balls and 1 strike now. I really like the athleticism of the young Clear Springs Lady Charger catcher Danny Elder. She means business. Here's the stretch and pitch connected on. Kind of a late excuse me swing, but it's a high fly ball going out to the left side, foul. That'll be strike 2. So we have deuces on the board now, 2 away and a 2-2 count. The Lady O's have 1 run on 3 hits. And Lauren Shepard, running for Alyssa Denham, who singled to right, is on third. Here's the pitch. Connected on, back to the mound, the throw to first in time. That goes a straight 1-3 for Kaylee Buck, and that'll retire the Pearland Lady Oilers, and it'll prevent Lauren Shepard from picking up run number 2 at the pay station. So the Lady Oilers Leave one youngster on board. And have no runs, one hit. No errors on the part of the Clear Springs Lady
The second
Chargers.
inning is brought to you by Quaker Steak and Lube. Thank you for sponsoring Clear Springs softball.
And we move now to the bottom of the second inning of play, and it's still 1-0 between two of the very best teams in the state, the Clear Springs Lady Chargers and the Pearland Lady Oilers. The Clear Springs Lady Chargers are going to bat up. Shay Smith to lead off the bottom of the second. She's the left fielder wearing number 3. Shortstop and then the catcher Danny Elder will both bat up 1, 2, 3 in the 5, 6, and 7 spots, 1, 2, 3 sets in this bottom of the second inning of play. We mentioned that Kelly Maxwell, the fine pitcher for the Clear Springs Lady Chargers, is not in the batting lineup. She's being batted for in the 9 spot by number 5, Caitlin Pace, who's a designated player for the Clear Springs Lady Chargers. Oh, it's awesome. You come to a ball yard and you get a taste of the music going on in the area.
Shay Smith.
Over at Pearland Lady Oilers softball field, Abel Moreno is going to play my AC/DC and all my 70s, 80s stuff, or 60s stuff. They'll play Gerald's 80s stuff. But over here we're getting all of Nathan Shandera's great music, a mix of hits from the, goodness gracious, it could be anything from the 80s, but most likely it's that avant-garde stuff from 2015 that Nate Dogg's got to have. All right. Shay Smith at the plate for the Clear Springs Lady Chargers. Powerful right-handed batter. Here's the pitch. Connected on, no play, just foul over the right side. Head Coach Knight has really built up a great program over here at Clear Springs High School. And you love the camaraderie that the Clear Springs High School faculty, staff, up to see Coach Pam Crawford from the girls basketball team. They're out here tonight. Went all the way to the region final this year. Clear Springs Lady Chargers. It's 1-0 Pearland. Here's the bottom of the second. Pitch coming in. 0-1. It's going to be 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Alyssa Denham is very much like that Coleman camping stove I described earlier. She heats up slow. But by the time it gets to like the 3rd, 4th inning, man, she's rocking and rolling out there. Averages 13 a game, strikeout. She's got 2 now. We're in the bottom of the second. Here's the pitch. Connected on right over to third. May not have a play. Romeo tries. She's safe, overthrown, but she'll hold it first. That's why they call that the hot corner. So Shay Smith.
Shortstop number 8, Macy Brown.
All right, number 8, Macy Brown steps up to the plate for the Clear Springs Lady Chargers. That's Clear Springs' second base hit of the evening. And Shay Smith, wow, she hit a bug killer over third. All right, over at first now at the plate, another right-handed batter, Macy Brown, shortstop. Well, these Clear Springs girls, they're strong. Here's the pitch, pivot bunch, dance into the infield, scooped up, 1-3, no problem. That's going to be 1 away. But the sac bunt does position Shay Smith over at second.
Now at bat, catcher number 6, Danny Elder.
We're now going to bring you Danny Elder to the plate, the catcher wearing number 6. And she's another right-handed hitter. I'll tell you what's interesting. Pearland's got 2 right-handed batters in their batting lineup, the pitcher and the catcher. Everybody else is a left-handed batter. The Clear Springs Lady Chargers have 1 left-handed batter, and almost everybody else is a right-handed batter. It's kind of an interesting comparison between these 2 powerful teams. All right, here's the rocking pitch. Oh, that was a solid hook pitch. Right in there for strike 1 called. 0-1. Boy, we've seen the Lady Oilers against various teams. They've played the Pasadena ISD and several others where there have been 5-inning blowouts. But you got a good game like this, you know you're going to get a lot of great softball action. Next offering comes in upstairs will be 1 ball, 1 strike. Out on second is Shea Smith looking for the green light to head down to third base. She has earned base running credit with a base knock to third. Here's the pitch. Check swing into the infield, scooped up, underhand 1-3 to first, but the unwitting check swing into the infield.
Now at bat, second baseman number 7, Gabby Rotterman.
So Gabby Rotterman will step up to the plate. Now the second base girl wearing number 7. But Danny Elder had a check swing. Looked like she was trying to avoid the pitch, but it hit her bat just the same. Scrolled into the infield and a no problem 1-3. What wound up being another sacrifice that did position Smith in deep scoring position at third now. So Shea Smith at third for Clear Springs, who are trying to tie this game. It's 1-0 Pearland, 2 away. Here's the pitch to Rotterman upstairs for a ball. So 1 ball and no strikes the count. Not much breeze tonight. Old Glory in right field gusting a little bit this way and that. Here's the full windup. Swung on and missed is going to be strike 1. 1-1. This is the 8th batter faced so far by Alyssa. She's struck out 2, given up 2 hits. 2 ground outs to the pitcher and 2 sac bunts. Here's the stretch and pitch again upstairs for ball 2. 2 balls and 1 strike. Clear Springs Lady Chargers softball field. Looks like we go about 200 in deep center, 180 down the sides, 190 in the power alleys. But we've got a huge 12-foot high rise. Next pitch is going to be a called strike 2, and it's equidistant from ground up all around the perimeter from right to left. A big, big wall. You really have to clean the clock off that softball to get it out of this yard. Sydney Gutierrez, doubled in her first plate appearance, was restricted by that high wall. It would have been a home run anywhere else. Here's the pitch, swung on and missed. Will be strike 3. That'll be the 3rd strikeout of the evening for Alyssa Denham, and that'll retire the scoring threat posed by Clear Springs in this bottom of the 2nd inning of play with Shea Smith over at third. Now Shea got on board with a single. She was sacrificed by Macy Brown and Donnie Elder twice. Over and finally to third, to second, and then to third. Gabby Rotterman strikes out, so we've got no runs, 1 hit, 1 young lady left on board. And we've gone now through 2 complete innings of play, and the Pearland Lady Oilers will bat up with the 2, 3, and 4 spots. 1, 2, 3 sets this coming top of the 3rd inning of play. We've got Natalie Romeo, who popped out with a can of corn to left in her first plate appearance. Ashlyn Walls, who walked and scored the only run of this game so far. And Sydney Gutierrez, who doubled Ashlyn in. All will be your 1, 2, 3, 4 batters as we lead off the top of the 3rd inning of play. So 1 unearned run has come in for Pearland. We thank our sponsors, who include Etheridge Real Estate in Texas City. Phone 409-948-1788. Etheridge Real Estate has been in business for 35 years. And Wild Bill Etheridge wants you to also call him Dollar Bill Etheridge when it comes to saving you the kind of money that you think you would spend on having an agent such as Etheridge Realty. Find your dream home all over the greater southeast Texas area. It's Etheridge Real Estate. Phone 409-948-1788. And also Judge Carrie Neves in the 10th District Court is just simply proud to reach out and salute both Pearland and Clear Springs young ladies on a job well done. Okay, to Natalie Romeo. First pitch comes in. She was trying to get to a slapping and a rapping with that bat. Ran up from back deep in the box, but she takes strike 1. 0-1. Maxwell moving quickly. Next pitch swung on and missed, is going to be strike 2. Kelly Maxwell has 4 strikeouts to her credit this evening. Now she's facing her second team bat around for Pearland. Next offering pops into the glove of Danny Elder. And that'll be strike 2. 1-2 is the count. The full windup connected on. There's a sky needle in the left coming in and pulling it in. For out number 1 will be Shea Smith. By the way, that's the second time she's done that.
Number 7, Ashlyn Walls.
To Natalie Romeo. Same hit, same look, same aspect, and that's exactly the same result, F-7. Now we've got Ashlyn Walls, who walked and scored the only run of the game so far in her first plate appearance. Here's the pitch. Ups into the attic will come a ball. 1 ball and no strikes. What a beautiful night for high school softball or baseball. Clear Springs men are in a best-of-3 series. Connected on, popcorn puff going over to get it. Will be the third base lady in foul ball territory, Andrea Hearn, and that will retire Ashlyn Walls.
Now at bat, first baseman number 10, Sydney Gutierrez.
And we bring home run Sydney Gutierrez to the plate, who doubled in her last plate appearance, almost hit it out of the yard, but the fence is too high out there. Doubled in an RBI, and she was left stranded in the first inning. First pitch comes in, that'll be outside for a ball. Sydney is not a powerfully built young lady, at least apparently, but boy, she's got power in that swing. Next pitch comes in, that'll be ball 2. And she's got good bat speed. And when she gets it in her wheelhouse, it's trouble. If she hits it between the lines. Here's the 2-0. Connected on, that's going to go foul over the left side. And that'll be strike 1. 2-1 the count. She does a great job at first. She's mastered that textbook softball stand-up Statue of Liberty catch at first. Here's the 2-1. That's going to be a called strike 2. So Deuce is on the board now, 2 away and a 2-2 count. Pearland has 1 run on 3 hits. The Lady Chargers have no runs on 2 hits. We are in the top of the 3rd inning of play. Kelly Maxwell with the pitch coming in, and that'll be fouled off the barrel into the bat, still inside the batting circle though, and it'll be stay alive, strike 2 and 2 balls. The Pearland Lady Oilers here in the second round of the state playoffs, best-of-3 series, pushed it all the way to Friday and Saturday, and we'll be blessed with good weather both days. Oh, if you got 2 on Saturday, you're going to be in trouble when it starts raining. Swung on and missed, strike 3. Oh, Sydney Gutierrez, fans, to end the Pearland Lady Oilers' efforts in this top of the second inning of play. 3 up, 3 down. Pop out to left for Romeo. Ashlyn Walls pops out to third. And Sydney Gutierrez strikes out. That's 5 Ks for Maxwell tonight. We've gone through 2.5 innings of play. No runs and no hits, no errors, and it's still 1-0 Pearland, and the Clear Springs Lady Chargers will bat up Caitlin Pace in the 9 spot. 9, 1, and 2 holes will bat up 1, 2, 3 spots this spring. We'll go back to the top with Andrea Hearn and then Kayla Felder in the 1, 2, 3 spots in this bottom of the 3rd inning of play. Take this opportunity to thank our sponsors who make our broadcast happen, and they include Utility Trailers of Texas at Utility, UTILITYTRAILERS.com on the World Wide Web. Utility Trailers, proud of all of our youth, for through them we all shine. It's Bay Area Kitchens, Randy Gudo and all the staff at 281-338-2737 with Florian and Wood-to-Mode brand of custom kitchen cabinetry. Bay Area Kitchens. Classic Chevrolet Sugarland. Come on down I-59 South exit Highway 90 or Highway 6 and turn around. And you're right there at Classic Chevrolet, where Mark Carlin wants to sell you a car.
Not that designated player. Number
With
5,
Houston's
Caitlin
largest Chevy
Pace.
dealership and lowest APR pricing and financing. It's Classic Chevrolet in Sugar Land. Bio Realtors at 281-337-4557, and Miss Ann Bragg in Dickinson would like to invite you to come on and try our 35 years of experience in selling a new home or business for you. Agricultural real estate, a specialty also. Bio Realtors, proud to salute all of our Galveston County young people. Okay, Alyssa dealing from the deck to batter number 1 in this bottom of the 3rd inning of play. And for the Clear Springs Lady Chargers, that's going to be Caitlin Pace, the designated player. DH for all you baseball fans. And she's batting for Kelly Maxwell, the pitcher, in the 9 spot. 1-0. Pitch coming in will be ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes the count to Caitlin Pace. She would like to pace the Chargers to a big scoring bonanza if possible. Next pitch will be a called strike 1, as that's a sinker. Got a riser and a sinker. That one comes in and busts in the zone, comes down into the catcher's glove. Eileen Garcia. It's going to be strike 1 called. 2-1 is the count. Alyssa Denham taking her time, and finally a big windmill windup. That's going to be a little bit south of Saskatoon. That'll be a ball 3. Alyssa generally on a almost crippled count. A 3-0 or a 3-1, doesn't mess around the next time, and she'll bring a gas bomb right down Palomino Lane this time. Swinging. She did, and Caitlin Pace swung at it. Pace it back foul. It'll be a full count now. Let's see if Alyssa can collect the pitcher's payoff here. Ripe 32 count. This is her 9th batter faced. Clear Springs Lady Chargers. Call strike 3. So Alyssa has now struck out 4 of 9 batters faced, a little less than 50%.
Number 10, Andrea Hearn.
We now welcome Adrian Hearn to the plate, who fanned in her first plate appearance. Third base girl, wearing number 10. And like almost every other Clear Springs Lady Charger, bats up starboard from the right side. Alyssa methodical, just taking her time out there. 6'2", she's got long arms, full windup. She really ropes in a big Ferris wheel when it comes off the mound with that big windmill windup. As tall as she is, it must look or give the impression to a batter facing her directly that she's almost halfway to them as she comes off the mound. 1-0. And the next offering. There's a hook pitch. She can throw the heat and insult you with a fastball or mystify you with a curveball like that. 1 away and a 1-1 count. Back up at the plate, Andrea Hearn. Struck out in her first plate appearance, holding that bat like a battle axe. Here's the next pitch. Swinging. Upstairs, that's going to be strike 2. And I told you. You've got to kind of watch Alyssa, because she heats up kind of like that proverbial camping stove. You know, it takes all year to heat up, but when it does, whew, I tell you, it's gets 500 degrees Fahrenheit. Here's the next offering. That one goes over the river and through the woods. Over the batting circle, past ball, ball 2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes to count. And as you look down every inning or 2 or 3, wow, the crowd's continuing to build in this area around. Here's the 2-2. Swinging, foul poke. Natalie Romeo made a dive for it, but it's foul, and that'll be stay alive, strike 2 and 2 balls. In her first 9 batters faced, Alyssa Denham has given up no runs, 2 hits, struck out 4, and 3 ground balls. A no-hitter so far. Or excuse me, no runs given up so far. Here's the 2-2. It's got a 2-hitter. Connected on. There's a long humpback line drive toward right field. It's going to land foul. So I'll tell you, Andrea Hearn is trying to turn and get her pitch. That was a nice rope over the right side. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The Lady Oilers lead by the score of 1-0. We're in the bottom of the 3rd inning of play. Charles McCullough here with you, CMCBroadcasting.com. Here's the 2-2. Just inside for ball 3 and another full count. Now the last full count, which was the last at bat in the 9 holes for Caitlin Pace. Alyssa got the pitcher's payoff there. Now we've got another ripe 32 count. And we'll see if Alyssa can do it again. Connected on, just foul of the right field stripe. Stay alive, strike 2. Hearn has got a lot of power in that table-setting 1 spot in the batting lineup for Clear Springs. Stepping back up into the box, that's her 4th foul. The count remains full. Alyssa Denham eyeing the signals from Eileen Garcia. Coach Jennifer Knight for Clear Springs over in the 3rd base box. Here's the full windup. Connected on, that's another foul ball over the right side. Stay alive, strike 2 and 3 balls. We've got one away. On deck will be the stylings of Kayla Felder, who's clocked a nice single in her first plate appearance. First base hit of the game for Clear Springs. She was left stranded in the bottom of the 1st inning of play. And then Corley Compton on deck in the 3 spot, who hit a sac bunt in her first plate appearance. Again, we have 1 out. Hearn at the plate, who was a strikeout victim in her first plate appearance. Big stretch. That's going to be ball 4. That'll be the first walk of the game issued by Alyssa Denham.
Now at bat, right field, number 2, Kayla Fielder.
And we welcome Kayla Fielder to the plate, who's a great fielder, by the way, out and right. She singled in her first plate appearance and was left stranded. And she's the lone left-handed batter, slap hitter in the batting lineup for Coach Knight and the Clear Springs Lady Chargers. Little drink of water, goes about probably 100 pounds. Waist pitch to Eileen, up and out. And getting back to the bag just in time, Andrea Hearn. But she hits about 3 times her body weight. A lot of power. And a slap hitter, batting up as most slap hitters always will from that left side because they're closer to first base. Here's the 1-0. That'll be ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes. Hearn over at first issued a base on balls, the first walk of the game for Alyssa Denham. 2nd and 3rd are open. We've got 1 out. We're in the bottom of the 3rd. The Clear Springs Lady Chargers are at home against Pearland, who lead 1-0 over Springs. Next pitch is connected on, and there's a humpback liner cracked into left field.
Now at bat, first baseman, number 16, Pearland Gibson.
And Kayla Fielder is batting 1.0 tonight. That's her 2nd knock. Her first base hit went to right, 2nd hit over to left into the opposite field for the little left-handed batter. I told you, the littlest lady in the house is the one doing the softball knocking right now. Corley Compton steps out now. Laid down a sacrifice bunt in her first plate appearance. Now, the Clear Springs Lady Chargers have their first legitimate scoring threat going here, but there's only 1 out. They've got their wood set coming up 3, 4, 5 spots. Compton now, 3-hole batter. Here's the pitch. That'll be into the attic for a ball. Alyssa Denham has faced tests like this all year, passed them almost always. Pearland out of district, 23-6A with a 13-1 record. But Clear Springs is a powerful team. from a very tough district. Runners on first and second. One in scoring position. It is 1-0 Pearland. Here's the stretch. Connected on. That's going over the right side, and that'll be foul. What Alyssa Denham needs here is something that she's due to collect but hasn't for a couple of batters now, and that's a strikeout. She averages 13 a game, but this is where she really needs to start knuckling down there. Good rise pitch and gain control over that, and kind of gingerly throw that awesome hook pitch that she's got as well. So again, we've got runners on first and second. At first is Kayla Fielder, who crushed a line drive to left. And out on second is Andrea Hearn, who was issued a walk in her first plate appearance. We've got one out. A little bit of a pause in the action. By the way, the glorious beauty of the setting sun. Burnt orange over the left field wall. Connected on. That's going to be trouble. That's a base hit into the right field power alley, but nobody's going to come in and score. A great throw from right by Maddie Clements, but the bases are now loaded.
Center fielder number 9, Brittany Crawford.
That's going to bring Brittany Crawford to the plate. 4-hole batter who struck out in her first plate appearance, but now the bases are juiced. All the ducks are on the pond, and when you've only got one out or no outs or say one out, there's about 5 things that can happen to you if you're the pitcher, and 4 of them really are not very good. Here's the stretch and pitch coming in. Now that'll be a call strike 1. A pass ball brings in a run. A base hit brings in a run. Anything into the outfield brings in a run. A hit by pitch brings in a run. A walk brings in a run. That leaves 6. The 6th thing needs to be done. She needs a strikeout or a double play. A strikeout would be the tour de force for Alyssa here, but she's got the bases jammed. Here's the 0-1. Just upstairs for a ball. Clear Springs has done a very nice job of engineering a very threatening bottom of the third here. I've got one away, but the bases are loaded with a walk and 2 hits. Connected on. That could be trouble. Coming in will be Maddie Clements. They double her off. That's going to be a right fielder's double play. Heavens to Betsy. So Brittany Crawford hits a can of corn over to Maddie in right field. Maddie Clements, she pulls it in. It goes F9-3, and they double off Corley Compton at first, who had a bad lean and was halfway to second. I'll tell you what, that's pretty good luck if you're rolling Vegas odds for Pearland there, though, too. Because, like I said, I just described that you either needed a double play or a strikeout, because anything else would score a run. When you've only got one out or no outs, you're really in trouble. But Pearland did what they had to do, and they avert a massive scoring threat by the Clear Springs Lady Chargers, who leave 2 young ladies on board and otherwise score no runs. Absolutely no errors for Pearland. 2 hits. We go to the top of the 4th inning of play, and the Pearland Lady Oilers have been issued a warning. You better start scoring, because if you don't, we will. And the Lady Oilers still lead 1-0. We're going to lead off the top of the 4th inning of play, and we've got the fastest young girl in prep softball in the state, Lindsay Stewart. I haven't seen all the rest of them, don't have to. You don't find a young lady running 4.5 on a 40-yard dash. I mean, that'll qualify you practically as a running back for the Pearland Oiler football team. Anyway, Lindsay Stewart will step up with a single in her first plate appearance. Oh, man, this young lady, a 4-year letterman, if you will, for the Pearland Lady Oilers. Outstanding volleyball player.
Number 5, Lindsay Stewart.
And she'll lead off the top of the 4th inning of play for Pearland. It'll be 5, 6, and 7 holes, batting up 1, 2, 3 slots this frame. Lindsay Stewart, Kaylee Hoppins, and Eileen Garcia. Hoppins and Garcia are both strikeout victims in their first plate appearances. Stewart singled in her first trip. Here's the pitch. That's going to be a called strike one. And by the way, that single was a leg hit to beat them all. That went right back to the mound to the offside of Kelly Maxwell, and Stewart still beat it out for a leg hit. Incredible. 0-1. Here's the pitch. Connected on. It's a rock and rolling knock into right field. It could be trouble. She's going to get all the way to third. No problem. Lindsay Stewart turns a single, stitches it into a double, and then runs it into a triple. 4.5 40-yard dash speed. Goodness gracious. Now we bring Kaylee Hoppins to the plate. Oh my goodness. Just turn the speed on. It'll light the early Memorial Holiday Grill. Propane jet. Here's the pitch to Hoppins, connected on, could be trouble. Scooped up second. The throw 4-3 will retire Hoppins. Now it looked almost as if Miss Stewart wanted to pull a Jackie Robinson steal, come in home, but she looked like she kind of slipped up just a bit, and Coach Clark said, no, hold up.
Catcher number 6, Eileen Garcia.
Hold up. Gabby Rotterman with a great stop over at second, by the way, on that bug killer slapped by Hoppins. Now, Lady Oilers would do well to score again here because they only lead 1-0, and Clear Springs has shown they can load the bases. Here's the pitch connected on. There's a base hit into right field for Eileen Garcia. A seeing eye ground ball, which will bring in Lindsay Stewart into the pay station for run number 2. Eileen Garcia.
Now at bat, pitcher number 18, Alyssa Denham.
Reaches out and rips a rope to right. Lady O's, 2 runs now on 5 hits. And we bring the buzzsaw Alyssa Denham to the plate.
Courtesy running at first base, number 15, Ashlyn Moreno.
Ashlyn Moreno run over at first for catcher Eileen Garcia. That'll bring pitcher Alyssa Denham to the plate. The right, who's pivot bunt stance. It's into the infield, scooped up. Throw over to first in time. That will down Alyssa Denham. However, the sac bunt works to absolute perfection to position. Moreno.
Now at that right fielder
out
number 4,
at
Madison Clements.
Second, and that, of course, is Abel Moreno's young baby girl. Out at second. 2 away, 1 has come in. Pitch coming outside for Maxwell is going to be 1 ball to no strikes to the right fielder. Maddie Clemens struck out in her last trip, but she turned an unassisted right fielder's double play in her, to end the inning for for Clear Springs. They named a whole high school after Madison Clemens over in Fort Bend. No, I'm just kidding. But I'll tell you what. Right fielder's double play, F9-3. Doubled off, loaded base pass. Wow. Next pitch comes in. Call now is 2 balls and 1 strike to Madison Clemens, 2 away. The Lady Oilers have Ashlyn Moreno out at second. Garcia ripped a rope to right. And her courtesy runner was sacked over to second by pitcher Alyssa Denham. Now 9-slot batter Madison Clemens has a 3-ball, 1-strike count. And the Lady Oilers have done exactly what they needed to do, at least to a minimum, in this top of the 4th. That's bring another run in. Connected on, that's a little dandelion ground ball chopper over the right side. 2 away. And a full count. Kelly Maxwell's been doing an excellent job tonight overall. She has collected 4 strikeouts. However, this is her 9th batter faced in the second-team batter round, and she has not struck out any in the second round yet. Connected on, it's going to be rolled foul over the left side. So, if she can arrive at the plate, we'll go back to the top with Kaylee Buck, who's 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a tap backer to the mound. Ashlyn Moreno out at second looking for a green light to see if she can come into the pay station. And Clements at the plate with the ripe 32 coming in. Check swing. That's going to be ball 4. That will only be the second walk of the game issued by Kelly Maxwell. But walks are kind of like strikeouts, pro or con, if you will, to the offense. It's not so much how many that you get if you're the pitcher, it's when you get them. So that was kind of a clutch walk that benefits Pearland, because Clements now over at first with runners on first and second, 2 away. Buck leads off the third-team bat-around for Pearland. Kelly Buck is she's a good hitter. She's got a .325 batting average. Next pitch comes in. That's going to be a called strike 2. Or strike 1, I should say. 1 ball, 1 strike. And we are in the bottom of the 4th inning of play. Pearland leading 2-0. Runners on first and second, 2 outs. Check swing. Is that a passed ball without the bat touching it? Apparently. And both runners advance on a double steal. On a passed ball which did not hit the bat. Looked almost like a foul poke. So now Pearland trying to continue doing what is their patented diversion of the 2-out tango. Bring in runs when you got 2 outs. There are 2 birds perched. Second and third. Here's the 2-1 to the plate. Swung on. That'll be strike 2 now. 2 away and a 2-2 count. Pearland leads 2-0. Deuces on the board. We're in the top of the 4th inning of play. Big kick, connected on, ground ball is going to just roll foul to the right side of the first base bag. Kaylee Buck turned on that one, got a little bit of strong slap into that ball. She was slap hitting indeed. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 away, 2 young ladies on board. Second and third. First is open. And Maxwell will deal the 2-2 heat seeker to Buck. That'll be outside for ball 3, filling the count. This is the first of a best-of-3 series, which will resume at 5:30 p.m. tomorrow afternoon at Pearland High School. Join us, please, for that game. Connected on. That's a long rock into center field. It's going to land and roll to the wall. 2 young ladies are going to come into the pay station, and that is going to be a bases-clearing double for Kaylee Buck, who brings 2 more bucks into the bank for the Pearland Lady Oilers, who now lead by the score of 4-0.
Now at bat, third baseman number 8, Natalie Romeo.
Natalie Romeo steps up now. She's hit 2 cans of corn into the left field gap and has been retired both times, F7, but she can turn on that ball. Pitch coming in. Upstairs and out will be a ball. So, wow, Kaylee Buck gets the big batter's payoff on that full count. And hits it about 200 feet into dead red center over a very talented center fielder's head. Here's the pitch connected on Big Bill Chopper over second, 4-3 quickly. Just in time to retire Romeo. But not before the Pearland Lady Oilers bring in 3 runs. They do that on 4 hits. And 1 young lady is left on board. We go now to the bottom of the 4th inning of play, and the Pearland Lady Oilers get a little breathing space and a little insurance. Leading by the score of 4-0 over the Clear Springs Lady Chargers, who have proven, though, that they can most definitely load the bases, because they left the bases almost loaded this last time. I say almost because it was a right fielder's unassisted double play, F9-3, that took out the 4-hole batter Brittany Crawford on the pop out, and then Corley Compton at first was doubled off. Clear Springs Lady Chargers proved that they can get young ladies on the base pass, so the Lady Oilers have a lot of work yet to do. And we thank our sponsors who make our broadcast happen. And they include Sutherland's Lumber and Home Improvement Center. In all the southern lands, there's nothing like Sutherland's Lumber and Home Improvement Center. Proud to salute all of our youth on a job most very well done. Located in Dickinson at 911 FM 517 near the 646 intersection. We've got our big Memorial Day sale coming up at Sutherland's Lumber in Dickinson. And it's Rhonda Floyd Photography. Proud to salute the Clear Springs Lady Chargers. Rhonda Floyd, the team photographer for Clear Springs High School Sports. Phone 281-380-8019.
Number 3, Shay Smith.
And Coastal Eye Associates. Coastal Eye Associates, where Dr. Gregory T. Claraday will help you see clear as day. Proud of our youth, for through them we all shine. Coastal Eye Associates, 281-488-7213. With 3 locations, Pasadena, Clear Lake, and Alvin. Right on Steel Road off Business 35 near the Kellys. All right, we've got Shay Smith, who's 1 for 1 with a single in her first plate appearance, stepping up to the plate. Full windup for Alyssa Denham, swung on and missed a strike 1, and it's just the perfect time for the Lady O's to have Alyssa Denham heat up like a gas oven. 500 degrees Fahrenheit. This is the time she'll ordinarily do that. Nothing in 1 the count. Pitch coming in, connected on. Foul ball, strike 2 over the left side. Why do I say it's a good time for her to do that? Because the Lady Oilers now have finally exploded for a productive top of the 4th inning of play. 3 runs scored on 4 hits. Now leading 4-0 over the Clear Springs Lady Chargers. Windmill windup, swung on upstairs, missed strike 3. That will be strikeout number 5 for Alyssa tonight.
Now at bat, shortstop number 8, Macy Brown.
Stepping up to the plate now is little Macy Brown, the shortstop, wearing number 8. She was retired 1-3 with a comebacker in her first plate appearance. Donnie Elder is on deck, the catcher. Even batting stance in that right-handed box for Miss Macy Brown. Pitch coming in. That's upstairs and out for ball 1. 1-0 the count. Slightly open batting stance now. Opens it up just a bit. 1 away and a 1-0 count. Bottom of the 4th. Here's the pitch. That's going to be a called strike 2. Or check that. Call strike 1. 1-1 the count. 1 away. Pearland leads 4-0 over the Clear Springs Lady Chargers. We're in the bottom of the 4th inning of play. Here's the rock. Swung on in, missed his strike 2. 0-2 the count.